Hello, friends. I'm meteorologist Zach Shields in the Fox 7 Weather Center. Thanks for checking out our Fox 7 Austin YouTube channel. The table is set for some weekend storms. Today, more the same. Some scattered clouds, very warm, very humid, very breezy, slight chance of 1 or 2 showers, but the features to set off the storms are just too far away from us. And it's mainly this stalled front way up in Oklahoma, and that's where we have a slight to enhanced risk of severe weather today and tonight. We're not in that zone just yet. And there's barely rain showing up until first thing tomorrow morning, where we'll begin to see some on and off light rain. Today and tonight, we have a pretty strong lid on the atmosphere. The temperature profile in the atmosphere to support storms, you need very warm, muggy air near the ground and cold air aloft. If you have that layer of warm air in the mid levels of the atmosphere, that kind of messes things up and the clouds can't grow up into thunderstorms. That's the lid on the atmosphere that's really strong today and tonight. Tomorrow, we'll have a front nearby and some upper level energy that will provide the extra lift and chip away at that lid. And when that happens, boom, storms will begin to erupt. Today, we're going to experience more wind than rain. We're going to have wind gusts 25 to 35 miles per hour. Welcome to the windy season around here, and it will stay pretty feisty all the way through first thing tomorrow morning. That breeze is coming right off the Gulf. It's our moisture pump, so we have plenty of fuel available. Something's got to give in the atmosphere. We have the cold air battling the warm and humid air right down the middle of the country, and that's why they're really concerned about a significant severe weather outbreak later on today. At the same time, we have two different air masses coming together. We have an area of lower pressure coming out of the four corners, and this is going to accelerate the rising motion of the atmosphere. And then there's another low hanging back right there southwest of California that will come into play next week. So brace yourself for a stormy setup around here with all the ingredients slowly coming together. We have the fuel in place already. Now we're just waiting for the triggering mechanism. It's going to be that front, and then that low will add to the instability, and those clouds have a chance to turn into thunderstorms. I showed you that main low kind of hanging back in advance of it during that tropical flow pointing right at us. It's going to send in these little mini lows that will provide the extra rising motion or lift along that front. And watch how the coverage of rain increases mainly on Saturday. And some adjustments to the forecast. It looks like the front will push down to our south, meaning the rain will shut down on Sunday. And it's going to be a little chilly around here. High of 81 on Saturday, near 100% chance of rain mainly Saturday afternoon. 70% chance of rain before sunrise on Sunday. So if you have outdoor plans on Sunday, don't cancel them. And it will be cooler and drier with a high of 67 after a morning low of 57. Today, isolated showers mainly in the hill country. They'll start to lift to the north and turn into thunderstorms up in North Texas and Oklahoma. We're going to see some sun, and then it clouds up tonight. Pockets of very light rain tomorrow morning. And then the HRRR model indicates the storms are erupting first out in the hill country at noon tomorrow, and we're expecting this complex of storms to slowly move across the area during the afternoon, and then things settle down and stabilize somewhat Saturday evening, and then we could have another round developing late Saturday night. Here's the other high-res model we like to use. It's also showing the storms initiating in the hill country first at noon and then rolling across the entire area. Then things stabilize in the evening, and then we could have another cluster of storms coming at us while you're sleeping Saturday night going into Sunday morning before it starts to dry out somewhat. Over the weekend, with those 2 waves of thunderstorms, 3 out of the 4 models show at least a ½ inch to 1 inch. There's some other models that show a little more. The Storm Prediction Center is concerned with that front coming through during the warmest part of the day, that the atmosphere will become more unstable and that lid will break apart and the storms could erupt in a hurry and turn severe. So they put every inch of central Texas under a level 2 out of 5 severe weather risk. Elevated threat for small to moderate size hail and some damaging winds. It doesn't look like we have enough wind shear in place to support any tornadoes. That's going to happen well off to our north, along with the flooding threat here in the next 24 hours. And I thought this was interesting. Not only did the severe weather risk ramp up a little more, but also the localized flooding threat has gone from marginal to slight. With some heavy rain in a short amount of time, the ground is very dry and rocky. It may not be able to soak it up quick enough. It's just going to lead to a moderate risk of street flooding, ponding on the roadways, a low risk of flash flooding, very low risk of river flooding, since that front's not going to stall out. Now, if it did on Sunday, that'd be a different story. Front goes through this weekend. Then we focus our attention on the next big thing, It's the western low that's going to make a direct hit on us. Every time a low moves right overhead, you have to really be concerned about a severe weather outbreak next Tuesday and Wednesday. Plenty of moisture rebuilding after that front fades away, and a lot more lift, so we could have a line of severe storms coming up late Tuesday and Wednesday of next week. You add up those two weather features, and they could bring us 2 to 4 inches of rain. Now, not all this is going to happen this weekend. You're going to think, oh, I thought Zach said it was going to be 2, 3, 4 inches of rain. Yes, if you add in the front this weekend and that low next week. So if you're going to be out and about this weekend, and I know you will be, don't leave the weather behind. Make sure you download our free Fox 7 app to get the latest weather information, the latest weather alerts, plus you can watch all our shows on there. Thanks for stopping by and join us on the Fox 7 Austin YouTube channel. Stay weather aware and have a great weekend.